Hey friends, welcome back to another Wellness Wednesday video. So this past week I have been just sick with a cold, and it was one I felt like everyone got it before me, and I felt like I was gonna get through without actually getting sick. My body was gonna fight it off without, the symptoms, but then I was the very last person to get it. And then it lasted. It just kept going. I kept feeling like, okay, this is probably the last day. I think I'm getting back to normal. And then every morning I'd wake up with a sore throat again and just feeling kind of blah. I feel like I'm finally over the sore throat part of it, but still not completely over it. At least I can talk this week. That's wonderful. But I'm still like having headaches and just kind of feeling a little bit under the weather still. So a couple of weeks ago, I got my little mini iron infusion and I took you guys with me on that. And it was like pretty quick after that I got sick. So I'm still like trying to decide if I feel better from the iron infusion. I felt like in the first couple of days after the infusion, I started feeling better, but then I got sick right after that. And then it's just been such a lingering thing that I haven't been able to decide if I feel better from that. I do have an appointment to get my labs done again, coming up in another couple of weeks. I don't want to do it. I wanted to wait at least 4 weeks after the infusion before I got my ferritin checked to kind of see. I'm interested to see like at what level the infusion got my ferritin to and like how long that'll hold me, because I still am not really sure how often I'm going to need to get those little iron infusions in order to keep my iron levels in a good place. So that's coming up. So I'm still kind of in a wait and see period, wait and see how I feel once I'm not sick anymore, and then wait and see what the labs say when I go in and get those done. So that's kind of an update on my iron stuff going on. I am still on my SIBO killing protocol, round 2. I knew I would probably have to do a couple of rounds of the antimicrobials to get my levels in a good place on the breath test. So I started that November 14th. And so I'm about 3 weeks into, I think that's right, about 3 weeks into that protocol. And I'm basically just planning to go until I run out of the supplements. I think it's going to be between 4 and 6 weeks. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm just going to go until I run out. And then after that, I will wait 2 weeks eating no L-reuteri yogurt and taking no antimicrobials for 2 weeks. And then I will do my breath test to see where I'm at using my Air 2 device. I showed you guys that device and using it in conjunction with the lab breath test that I did a few weeks ago. And my doctor was able to prescribe me lactulose, so I could have that on hand so I can perform my own breath tests at home. I won't have like as high of a range as the lab breath test, but it should be enough to tell me if I'm SIBO negative or not. Like that's the main thing that I would like to know. So anyways, that's going to be coming up in a few weeks. But again, it's just kind of got to put in the work before I can get the information and get the tests done. So I am continuing to do that and just eating my regular baseline diet. I do have another CGM on, and I've had it on for just a few days now, and I'm going to be doing some kind of a test here pretty soon. I wanted to do something for like a week, like either add in exercise or I don't know, go dairy free, or there was something else I was, tightening up like my meal windows, that kind of thing. I haven't fully decided. I think it'll probably be the exercise thing. I was thinking of alternating yoga and weightlifting every other day and kind of just see what my blood sugar does for a week of doing that. But I just need to get on top of it and actually make the commitment and do it, which has been the hardest part with the exercise thing. Once I start doing it, I usually enjoy it and feel great, but it's just getting there is the hard part. So anyways, need to do that. That should be coming soon. But in this video, that was kind of the update where I'm at in my health journey. Not a whole lot of big, exciting news, just a little update on just pushing through all the different things. But what I did want to talk about a little bit in this video is weight loss, because I was thinking back to about this time last year. My Wellness Wednesdays were very much focused on weight loss. I had started a weight loss phase back in towards the end of September. It was back when we got back from our beach house trip in September. I cut out dairy, and then I also started adding in lean days. And for me, lean days, I don't call them protein sparing modified fast days, even though they are similar, but the original protein sparing modified fast is 800 calories. And I never ate as low as 800 calories. That just was like torture to me. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And so I kind of modified the whole concept and did lean days, where basically I ate to hunger. So I didn't control my calories, but they usually ended up somewhere between 1,000 and 1,300 calories for the day. But what I did is I just focused on the leaner foods, and ate as much of them as I needed to be satiated. And it just turned out to be around 1,000 to 1,300 calories. So what I did was I alternated the lean days with regular higher protein, higher fat days. And I lost weight really well. Like if I, go into a weight loss phase again, I will absolutely do that again, because of all the things that I've done in the recent years to specifically to lose weight, not just to get healthy, but to specifically lose fat. That was absolutely the most effective thing I have ever done. And I felt great doing it. Like I had no complications, no issues. I don't feel like it messed up my hormones or anything weird like that. So if I do go into a weight loss phase again, I absolutely would use that approach again. Of course, I always have to give the caveat that I do not recommend back-to-back lean days. I do not recommend eating lean days as your regular diet. Whenever I did it, I would always have at least one regular higher fat, higher calorie day in between lean days, if not more than one. So the most I would ever do is every other day, but I'd make sure that the other day that was not a lean day, I was eating very much sufficient calories and not letting my body get used to that lower calorie mark. I think for weight loss, and probably for health in general, our bodies, need some exercise. And so alternating different approaches, up day, down day, like the I forget his name, Johnson up day, down day diet, different carb cycling diets, even the THM diet, they had their own, fuel cycle, where you do a week of, you do a higher carb and a lower carb and then a low carb, low fat, so higher carb, low fat, lower carb, high fat, and then also the low fat, low carb, basically PSMF or lean day type days. And that's always been a really effective way to exercise your body's metabolism and throw something different at your body. And your body usually, responds well to, just throwing something different in there. So anyways, I was just thinking about how this time last year, I was in a weight loss phase. I had specifically decided that I was going to try to lose weight. And I've always had the mindset that getting healthy is the thing you do first. Whatever you need to do to get your body to a healthy place, that's what you focus on. And for a lot of people, especially people at the beginning of their journey, just focusing on those things that are making you healthier, it equals weight loss. And for some people, they get all the way to their weight loss goal with just making those healthy lifestyle choices and changing their diet to, whatever healthy means for them. But a lot of us who have, been on this health journey for a long time have found that just living a healthy lifestyle and having a healthy diet only gets us so far in our weight goals, and that we can be living a really, really healthy diet and have it not necessarily translate to weight loss and to getting us to where we want to be. Of course, there can be unrealistic goals that people have. And so, you wouldn't expect that a healthy diet would get you to anorexic levels of fat loss. But I'm talking about getting your body to a healthy body fat percentage, something that's out of the overweight or obese category. Sometimes just eating a healthy diet and having that healthy lifestyle in place is not enough to get us to that healthy weight where we want to be. So last year, around September, I was feeling like I was in that place where I was very healthy and that I just had some extra fat on my body that I needed to do a little bit more focused, have a little bit more of a focused diet on fat loss specifically in order to lose that weight. I had in my mind that my body was in a really good place of health. And in a lot of ways it was. I feel like my blood sugar has been under control for a long time. As long as I'm eating my keto diet, my blood sugar, my body handles, the food that I eat, and my blood sugar is in a good place. So there's a lot of things like that that I did have in place as far as my health goes. And so I was in the place thinking, I just have this extra weight that I want to lose. And so I'm going to focus my diet in on weight loss for a while. And I did that. And I lost some weight, and that was good. And I've kept most of it off through the year. So that was really exciting when I got back to around the same time of the year and realized that, yeah, I still am, 10 pounds lighter than I was last year. That was very exciting. But since then, I had some revelations that if you guys have been with me this year, you have experienced. Someone just parked behind me. And if you guys have been with me this past year, you know that I had some concerning blood lab results that basically made me realize that my body was not as healthy as I thought it was. And it was frustrating because I had thought that I was doing really well. But it was also a relief because there were some things that I was kind of not happy with as far as how I felt. But I was, I guess, not letting myself focus on that and just, trying to believe that because I was eating this healthy diet and because a lot of other things were that everything was fine. Anyways, that's the whole journey. And I have a whole playlist on that you can watch if you're curious about all the nitty-gritty details. But basically, I came to the point of realizing that I was not starting at as healthy of a place as I had thought. And because of that, basically weight loss went on the back burner. Like I said, I feel like getting healthy is the thing you do first. And if that results in weight loss, great, but that weight loss shouldn't be the focus. And so for me, I thought I was at the place of health, so I decided to focus on weight loss. And then when I realized I was not at the place of health, it was like, okay, well, let's put weight loss on the back burner. So I thought that maybe some of you guys were curious why I haven't shared my weight. I haven't talked about specifically trying to lose weight or anything like that. And that is just because that's not been my focus. And I do still have weight on my body that I would like to lose. And now that I know that I'm not as healthy as I thought, I'm curious to find out, like, if I'm able to eradicate this SIBO, if I'm able to figure out why I can't keep my iron levels at a healthy place and get that corrected. I wonder if my weight will adjust some way. That would be interesting because, like I said, getting healthy oftentimes comes with weight loss because of those healthy changes and your body kind of readjusts. So I'm kind of like waiting to see that. But then if in the future I do get to where I have my SIBO eradicated, my gut issues are doing better, I'm keeping my nutrients where they need to be regularly, then maybe it will be time, if I still have the weight on my body that I would like to lose, maybe then it would be a time to focus on weight loss again. So I'd been just thinking about that and thinking about how my Wellness Wednesdays have changed in the past year. And if you've been with me, you probably kind of realized all of this. But for anyone that was curious, I just felt like it needed to be chatted about. And I am thankful. I will say I am thankful that I'm not gaining weight. If I stopped focusing on weight loss and then started gaining weight, that would be a concern, and it would be difficult to try to focus on health only, with weight piling on. But thankfully, because of the health I do have and because of the healthy diet and lifestyle choices that I have already put in place, my weight has been pretty much stable. It's not as low as it was when I was doing, regular lean days. I put on about 5-ish pounds. But then my body has really stayed there. And so right now I feel like I can eat my baseline diet to satiety. without gaining weight, which I'm really, really thankful for. And I'm taking my mental energy that I don't have to spend on trying to keep weight off or trying to lose weight, and I'm putting it into trying to figure out what I need to do to get my body to be as healthy as I want it to be. So those are my thoughts for this Wellness Wednesday. I feel like it was a little bit rambly, but I hope it clarified some things if you were curious. And maybe in the future, I will have more weight loss related Wellness Wednesdays and, challenge myself in different ways to take off a few more pounds that I feel like are unnecessary. Although my body seems to think they are very necessary right now. But that's going to be for the future. Right now, I just need to focus on what I have in front of me as far as getting my body healthy. And then we'll go from there. Who knows, a year from now, who knows where we'll be at. Because last year I did not expect to be here a year later, and here I am. So it's always a journey. There's always something. And, I'm just bringing you along on these Wellness Wednesdays. And like I said, it's a journey. I don't know that there will ever be a destination. I think there'll be some destinations along the way where as I get things figured out, there will be some mini destinations. But as far as the wellness journey, I think it just continues until you die, basically. And because you always have to readjust, and there's always new challenges and difficulties to keep our bodies as healthy as they can be at whatever age we end up being. All right, that's enough rambling. I hope you guys are all doing great, and I will see you again in another video.